Sup, y'all? Having a great time tonight. Today was one of the greatest days maybe that I've ever had in my life before, and that is something I sorely needed. It's been, and everybody's got problems, but my life has been an absolute hell since December of 2017. I'm drinking wine now. I mean, anybody that knows me, I'm sure it's another one of the many strange changes that's taken place over here at the Shanks house. The only Shanks house in Georgia now. Mom and Pop were over in South Carolina. My sister, niece, and nephew. Sometimes it feels like I'm all alone here, but excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm a very emotional creature. I'm a very emotional guy, and I don't mind crying in front of people. I really don't care. I'm so done apologizing for who I am. My highs are really high, my lows are really ungodly low. I'm sure the wine influences the emotional power just a little bit, but yeah, like I said, today was one of the greatest days for me ever because I finally feel like I'm coming to a point where I know who I am. And, man, it's been a journey. Metallica has a song, Broken, Beaten, Scarred. Man, I feel like I've been bludgeoned. I feel like 18-wheelers have ran over me and then backed up for a second pass and then a third pass and then a fourth pass. And again, I'm not, this is not a competition for me. Would you stop that stupid ass computer? This is not a competition for me. Everybody's had hard times in their life, but the fact is, until my dad left our 3D world here in 2017 in December, I led a pretty charmed life. This reading, by the way, God. Okay, so I'm half Leo, half Virgo. My Mercury is in Virgo. My moon is in Gemini. I frequently have a lot to say and sometimes too much, and I'm trying to work on toning that down to where sometimes you can get your message across with fewer words, and that's the wise way to go. Fun fact, my 10th grade Spanish teacher called me El Sabio, which is Spanish for the wise, although I don't often feel like I've been that until just recently. Before I forget, any returning subscribers, thank you so much. A heartfelt thank you from my heart chakra to yours. Anybody else that hasn't subscribed yet, please do so. Give me a like, give me a share, give me a subscribe. This is real. This is as real as it gets, folks. Even if you don't subscribe and you're just here checking out the videos, I really appreciate the attention because I love to get paid. Grew up my hair a little bit, so I'm trying to sport the faux hawk. It's another fun fact. My Chinese zodiac symbol is the rooster, so maybe that's what I'm trying to do with my hair here. I think it looks pretty good, but that's only from certain angles. From a different perspective, it might be a different story. Tonight's reading is not for any particular sign. It's just a general. I just felt like fucking around, so I'm shuffling the cards, I'm pulling out some cards, and then I hope that there's somebody somewhere that can be uplifted by the message that I have to send out there. Got 2 cards down already, but it's going to be a total surprise. In the meantime, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the soothing tones. Did I mention the wine already? I'm a new wine drinker as well as a new coffee drinker. That's really not bad. Scatterbrained. I lost my train of thought. I was probably saying something about how talented I am. Anyway, I said a little prayer before this reading because I wanted this video, even if it hits one person's heart in the whole world of 7.7 billion people, if I can make one person feel good about themselves or make them feel better about a situation that they're in, that is exactly what I'm aiming to do. I just want to love people. You know, it was such an amazing day today. That might be a video for a different time. But anyway, just to give you a little glimpse here, and I'm sorry this is all so raw at this point, but this is my tarot table. You'll see a black crystal ball. I'm not sure what this is, but it's pretty awesome. I got it because it's my birth sign colors. Peridot is my birthstone, and that's the color for Leo, August. The Sphinx is the symbol for the Leo Virgo cusp of exposure. This is rose quartz. It's supposed to attract love. This is Bastet. And I'm not going to give you the definitions to all this stuff because a lot of this stuff is actually fun to just go and research on your own. That's how I came across most of the knowledge that I had. I decided at one point that I was done listening to other people telling me what to believe and went and did my own research, did some studying. Man, I've been... Jesus pleases. I've been doing more studying in the past 4 months than I had probably in the previous 37 years, which is a little embarrassing. But like I said, I think in a previous video, I was a shitty student. I was bored at school. I was always typically the smartest one in the class, so I didn't want to do any of the work. But laziness and patience and pride were all things that I was trying to overcome. There are 7 virtues and 7 deadly sins, and some of them I was good at, but man, patience wasn't one of them. Sloth was another bad one for me, and pride, man. Pride has been the number one reason for me face planting in every important moment in my life. Too proud for this, too proud for that. It's like, man. Anyway, if you're still watching this video at this point, I would just assume, even though assumptions is another thing I had to work on, that you may find me entertaining in some way or another, and that makes me feel real good. I got 2 cards down so far. That feels like a good one. Booyah! And I'm feeling like, let's do one more. If you're new to the tarot reading deal and you're interested in astrology, specifically what sign is correlated with what tarot reading, I would highly recommend Allie's Tarot, A-L-I. She's my absolute favorite. I say this a lot, but Pink Pineapple Tarot, Mystic Beauty, and Angelic Ascensions. Those are my 4 horsewomen of the tarot apocalypse. Those ladies, go look them up according to your sign. Those ladies are so incredibly accurate. It's really, really impressive. It's just a shame that one day I'm going to be better than all of them. It's a long way to go until I get there, though. All right, so let's see what we got here. Bam, baby. Well, holy crap. Been doing a lot of research on the meaning of the cards and everything just in general. So for somebody out there, you've got the 2 of Rods in reverse. The 2 of Rods is somebody that's got a weapon in one hand and the weight of the world, quite literally, in the other. Now, this card came out in reverse. So for some of you out there that are going through a difficult time, you feel like you've been carrying the weight of the world. Excuse me. The card is in reverse. So any of you out there that are carrying heavy weights, spiritually, emotionally, maybe even physically, you've been working out, been in the gym, pow! No, we'll leave that for a later video. If for one of you out there, I hope more than one, that feel like you've been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, or even just in your right hand, you're coming out of that. With the Aries full moon, a cycle has ended, another one is beginning. So if you've been feeling, beat down by life, and man, this life will put it on you. You're coming out of that. Stay positive. Do your positive affirmations. I am coming out of this. I will be better. Important thing to remember is that we are all creating our own reality. If you believe that life sucks, then guess what? Life sucks. If you believe like I do, and man, it's easier said than done, but if you believe like I do that things are going to be good, then guess what? Things are going to be good. Next card out, Ace of Swords. Now, I apologize. I've been smoking for 22 years. I'm down to 3 cigarettes a day now, but I'm still congested from all those, decades. Just 2 decades, but it seems like a lot. That's a lot of years to smoke cigarettes. Kids, don't pick it up if you haven't started already, and if you have, put them down. They won't do you any good. But if you are going to smoke, American Spirits is the way to go. So the next card out was the Ace of Swords. Now, swords have to do generally with air signs. That's Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. That's a Libra, Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. This is the Ace of Swords. So, big badass Excalibur looking sword, wreath around the top. Like, if you connect these 2 cards, if you feel like you've been carrying the weight of the world, then an air sign is coming in to give you some help. And that's another thing. Help is on the way. Whenever you feel like you're being weighed down, have faith. Don't lose faith. Jesus said something to the effect of, and I can't give you the chapter and verse just this moment, but Jesus said something to the effect of, if you had the faith of but a mustard seed, you could tell a mountain to move and it would move. That's how powerful that Jesus was trying to tell everybody that faith was. That's how powerful your belief in something is. And that's why, connect that to the message I gave a little while ago. If you believe life sucks, then it does. If you don't, then it doesn't. I hope I don't watch this on YouTube tomorrow, because I love to watch myself and then feel like a complete fool. But I feel like my father told me, if I make every decision that I make from my heart, then I will never fail. And so that's what I feel like is going on. Now, the next 2 are major arcana. We have the Hierophant and the Emperor. Now, the Hierophant, let me just, somebody has found the key. Somebody's found the key, and you can see keys crossed. Now, this is the number 5 major arcana, and that's followed up with the Emperor. It's the number 4 major arcana. What I was watching an interesting documentary on the history of tarot, actually, and it seems as if tarot originated in Ireland way, way, way back in the day. But the Hierophant and the Emperor are actually the same person. You'll find the Fool is major arcana number 0, and the Magician is number 1. And then the High Priestess is number 2. I'm trying to remember how that works. He said that, okay, the Magician and the High Priestess number 1 and 2. If you follow that journey all the way to the end, the World card, which is number 21, which is the 1 and the 2 backwards, is 2 and 1. The major arcana pretty much tell a story. So that's what I've been learning about, and it looks like damn it. Okay. I didn't want to have to consult the book, but I'm going to have to look and see what the book says about these 2. So we'll see what's going on here. Major Arcana, number 5, the Hierophant. Associated with the sign of Taurus, wouldn't you know it, the bull. With a scepter in one hand and the other raised in blessing. He symbolizes the Pope. Now, he and she, when you're talking about tarot cards, those energies are interchangeable. Everybody has both masculine, yes fellas, and feminine energies in them. That's something that I struggled with for a long time, trying to be the manly man. And we're all made up of boys and girls' energies, pretty much, for you newbies out there. Scepter in one hand and the other raised in blessing symbolizes the Pope, the spiritual father, and the Trinity, mind, body, and spirit. He also represents organized religion or orthodox ideas. This card offers, excuse me, this card offers mercy and compassion and indicates a need for approval and conformity. So, good card. I mean, the whole reading has been good. It's just 4 cards, but I'm getting good stuff off all these cards. And number 4, the Emperor, suggests the accumulation of material wealth associated with the sign of Aries, the ram, fire signs, baby. The Emperor represents the earthly father, depicted as the enthroned Roman emperor. He is the personification of temporal power. Temporal power. Although disciplined and visionary, he keeps his emotions under wraps. Can also indicate a desire for independence. The point of all these is they're trying to tell a story. Every time you do a tarot reading, from what I get, you're trying to tell a story about what's going on in somebody's life, even if it's 1 out of the 7.7 billion people that are out there. And since okay, so this is what I'm getting based on what I've just said and read. Poet didn't know it. The 2 of Rods in reverse. Somebody is having the weight of the world removed from them because an air sign person is coming in with the Ace of Swords. An air sign person is coming in with Excalibur, the biggest, baddest, doggest ass sword that's ever been made. And out of mercy and compassion, they are going to assist you with the accumulation of material wealth so that you may feel stable and secure. That's the message that I'm getting from these 4 cards together. I would encourage all of you not to listen to anything that I have to say about metaphysics, esoterics in general, and just accept it as fact because I said it. The best teachers show you the way. They don't say, follow me. So if anything that I say off the rip makes you think, that can't be right, I encourage you, please go look it up. Science supports a lot of things that are magical. And I would also add, if you've ever watched True Blood, Bill Compton says to Suki that, your whole body runs off of electricity. And then he explains how the body works and how it stays alive and how vampires, they don't breathe. But he's telling her, just because you understand the way something works doesn't make it any less magical. And think about this for a moment. Jesus healed a blind man. Jesus healed a leper. Jesus did all these miracles. Do you think that wasn't magic he was using? Magic is real, people. And just because you don't understand it doesn't make it any less magical. Love is actually the highest form of magic in the world that we're living in right now. And what was Jesus and what is God if not love? That's all I've got for you tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if you are so magnetized and so inspired. I have a ton of fun doing this, and special announcement tonight. This just came to me. From now until it gets to the point where I don't have enough time to, I will give free individual readings to anybody that wants to contact me and get an individual reading. You can email me at Wildcat, as in go Kentucky, baby. Wildcat44444444. Yes, that is 8 4s. Wildcat84s at gmail.com. Let me know your name, your birth date. If you know the time of day you were born, even better. But yeah, leave me your contact information and I will do a special reading just for you, no matter who you are, no matter what the reason. And if you don't want it to be posted on my YouTube channel, I'll do it just individually for you and we'll keep it between us. But again, I pray there's somebody out there that I made smile tonight, because that's all I'm after from now until the end of eternity, is to put a smile on somebody's face that wasn't there before they came into contact with me. Peace, love, wholeness, all those good vibrations. Have a good one.